Hi everyone, it's Doreen with Oohlala Vintage Treasures. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be putting together this cute little envelope with you. I made it into a little pocket booklet, just using one of these window envelopes and some tags and some little embellishments here on the front. And then inside is Biscotti Silk Couture, and these are the postcards. So I just have those in there, and they're just really cute to use as inspiration. I did glitter them up with my shimmer pen as well, so you'll see some glitter. I roughed up the edges pretty good and inked them up and then glittered up the edges as well. So I don't know if you can see that, but I made them really shabby looking. And then the glitter is all around the edges. So I thought we could put one together and play with one of my new freebie kits that goes along with this that's in my group. So this is the kit, and it's called the Biscotti Silk Cafe Fabulous Freebie Oohlala. That is how I title them all, just so that you know they're coming from Oohlala. A lot of you are in different groups and you use a lot of the freebies. So I wanted you to be able to recognize where you got your freebie from. And these are available in my group if you're a part of the group. We are doing a challenge every month using inspiration words that are gratitude words like these, and that's part of the freebie as well. And we will continue to do this every month. We will have these little challenges that we do where we add one of the inspiration words and make a project and add it to the heart. Let me show you my heart. I showed this heart in a previous video, but I have added quite a lot of embellishments to this using a Melissa Francis hanger. I added this cute little hanger. Let me show you how it looks. It's so pretty. I collected these hangers when I went to some expos back in the day, like several years ago. They had the expos. Probably about 6 years ago, I went to one of her expos and I bought a ton of Melissa Francis. So I added this sweet little bow here made out of tulle and pearls and this pretty rhinestone bit right there. And it just clips on to it so it can be removed. And then I added my mom's pocket watch. I absolutely love this addition to my heart. And it just gives me such joy to have it in my craft room hanging here. So I added that. Let's see. And then the hanger, of course, comes with these clips. And I had a few of them. So I finally found them in the bags that I have packed away since I moved. And so I thought I'd add that. And it just added such a sweet little detail to the top. I think it came out so, so cute. So I made this project using the French Bliss kit, and I just added all kinds of bits to it. I added all these layers of pretty things, and then this is the little coffee cup right here, and all of these little embellishments. This pretty charm dangle all comes apart. It's all layered up just on the bulb pin, tied with a lace bow. And then I added this applique over here and this pink, really soft baby pink applique there that I hand dyed myself. So that's the cover. This was using a junk mail envelope, and you'll see it inside. I left it so that you could see it. And then this is the back. And remember, I did that video on the stamps. I showed you guys the stamps that I got. And then I also showed you the box. Let me grab that real quick. We organized, on one of the videos, we organized the stamps. And so the ones that I used are right here. The one that said journal on it. And this is the stamp that I used right here. The Mode de la Paris. And that's the stamp right there. So this is how I'm keeping track of my stamps, and I did a video on this. If you want to go back, I will link that below. I do have to go back, and I used brown ink, you guys, so look what happened. I have to clean that. If you guys have any suggestions on what to clean the stamps with, please let me know. I don't want to ruin these stamps, so I need to clean this one right here. So let me know what you think about that. I have looked up some natural ways to clean your stamps and recipes for that, but if you have an idea, please drop it in the comments below. But anyway, I added that to the back of this. And this was a challenge we had in the group, and it was to add stamps and embossing and coffee dye. So this was a junk mail envelope that I coffee dyed, and then this is the back of the envelope, and then I glittered it up with the Shimmer Mist glitter stick. The Shimmer Mist, this one. Sheer Shimmer Sticks Dauber Sparkle. This is my favorite, but look at how sparkly that is. Then I added this beautiful Gisela Lavish lace here that she sent me. I cut it up, Gisela. I know. It was so hard to cut, you guys, but I cut it in half, so I was able to add a piece here and then use a piece somewhere else. And then I added 2 of these little wedding appliques that I have in my stash. So that is the envelope, as you can see the window there. And then I made a mistake on this. It was supposed to be a pocket. So instead of making it into a pocket, I made it into a pocket journal type envelope and added my envelope. This is the freebie in the group for the French Bliss. And I added the word blessed because I am so blessed and I am so grateful at the same time. And so I don't have anything in the pocket yet because I figured I'd add something from the new kit in there. And then right here is my embossing. It says Mercy. And that's on the popcorn bag. So I used the popcorn bag as a pocket and added a collage piece of paper from the French Bliss kit here. And then I added some tape to just enhance the envelope a little bit and to strengthen it. And then you can see right here, you can change out the image. See, I have that the little children image. This is from the French Bliss kit. I just love those sweet little angels. So that just goes in the front. So you can change it out and put any image in the window. So I just put it in there, and I double-sided the back of the envelope so it had a backing. So when you take out the image, you can see it here. It looks pretty just like that. So either way, if you don't want the image or you do, that can be changed out. And I will come back and do a video on this, but this was a mistake. And it was a happy mistake because it came out so cute. And I know we do these with envelopes all the time, you guys. But I added this pretty pink little trim here. Then I added this lace right up here with some scraps. And then I added a pink applique. Just a little random applique that I just stuck in the back because it's so pretty. So I added that inside. I added this sweet little lady here from the suitcases. It's from the pink suitcases. And we did this tag on another video. I added the lace to the top. And these are 2 tags that come on the freebie. So they come together like this, and I just cut them in half, made them into little tags that you can use to write on. And then there's a coffee cup there with the biscotti little cracker there, and then the little door here. And then I used the wallpaper looking paper from Hobby Lobby. I just love that paper. I used a piece of that behind there and then added this pretty vintage lace here from Lavish Laces. Isn't that just gorgeous? So pretty. So that's what it looks like there. I just love how this little journal came out. Okay, so let's stick these back in here. I hope everybody's doing well. I am just having some fun in my craft room, and I just thought I would come by and say hello to everyone. I will be back to do some more videos as well. I just love this so much. And my pocket is empty at the moment, so it comes off of the clips. And then I have little pockets back here and back here for little tuck spots. So I have this right here that I could tuck in with some of my notes. That would be cute back here, right? And then, or it could go here. It's kind of a small pocket there. But I have several things I could tuck in the pocket. I have this cute little file folder that could be tucked in sideways there. So we could have all kinds of cute little things on the back side. And I think in the front, if I'm not mistaken, I think I made it a tuck spot here where you could tuck something in. Right down here, yeah. But it's got to be something small, like, you know, a flower or something small that's not too big. It's not going to take up too much space. So a small little tag will fit down in here. But for the meantime, let's see if this fits inside the pocket. Now, if I would have done this again, I would have done it in double cardstock just to make it more thick. But this is double-sided with the Empress Teacups and Pearls kit. I am revising that one to soften the color, so I will be coming back with an updated version of that. And it does fit inside. That looks good. I like how that kind of hangs out too. What do you guys think? That fits pretty good there. Let's see how it looks when we clip it all back together now. So I've got to clip it onto this right here and the back of this here. This would be a fun project to making these little things out of metal, wouldn't it? With the clips. That would be a fun project to make. I don't know if that will work or not, if you can make them, but I hope that she comes out with these again, because these are so pretty. And Melissa Francis has always been one of my favorites to use. Okay, let's see why this is going crooked. I think it's because it's on the heart crooked here. So it looks something like that. And then we'll put the bow back on. Okay, so we have something like that now. So anyway, that's what it looks like there. Okay, so I'm going to hang this back up. So here is the new kit. It's 4 pages. So we have this right here, which is this cute little purse clutch, and then these little words and numbers. Coffee, an invitation to cherish the present moment and keep calm and drink tea. I just thought those were so cute, so I included those. And then this with the numbers, and this beautiful rosette here, and this rose. So that'd be fun to play with. And then here's the file folder. Some little flowers here and here. And these are some 2.5 by 3 inch, and I think 2.5 by 3 and 2.5 and 3.5 here to go along with the collection. And then these cute little Polaroid style images there. Aren't they just so cute? Little coffee houses outside of the coffee house inside, and then this is just with a collage piece inside. So those are going to be fun to alter. And here's a background page. This can be used any type of way. You can fold it sideways this way. You can do it a tall and skinny. You can fold them in half and make them into pockets like this, like that. And that can be just one big pocket. You can fold it in half and make it into 2 booklets. So there's lots of ways that you can use this collage page. And then this one here is postcards. These are portrait size. If you fold them in half, you can make them into pockets as well. And then these could be used as pockets or tags. Cut them in half and they're tags, or fold them in half and they're pockets. So lots of uses for those. So those are going to be fun to play with. So I cut some of it up, but I thought I would show you how it looks, and then we can play along and craft and make the envelope. So let's see where my ideas go, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. I just wanted to play today. So I turned on the camera for you. Okay? So let's see. What do I want to do first? I really thought that this would be sweet to use with the envelope here. So let me show you what I did with the envelope. It's very simple, you guys. You see this envelope here is basically just used as a pocket. So all I did was fold it up into a pocket by gluing the edges here and gluing the middle. So we'll do that real quick. And rounding off the edges. You're just gonna do the edge here and make a little pocket there. And you're gonna go into the middle once you fold it, and you'll make that little part in the middle be closed off just a tiny bit right there. So let's fold this in half. And if you, these are 6x9 envelopes, so you could do the same thing with a piece of paper to get the same look. You don't have to have an envelope. I just like the look of the coffee dyed, and then it has this window on it. And I have them in abundance over here, so I just like to use them. All right, so there's your middle point there. So we're just gonna add a little glue to that spot right there. That's gonna close that off for the pocket. And I'm gonna add this right there. I may have to come back and add some other glue, but let's see how this works. And then we have our little pocket here. Grab my bone folder. I tell you, these weeks have been going by so fast. I look at the dates and then all of a sudden it's another week gone by. Still working in my craft room, you guys, to organize and add all my embellishments to the embellishment area. I call it my patisserie area, where I have all my appliques like this and my trims and things that I want to play with and use. So I just brought these over, some of the things I could use and decorate with. And I don't need too much to decorate with. I just need a few layers just to add to this. And then also I need to ink it. Ink the edges. And let's see. Put an image inside. What I did in here was I just used the postcard size, and I cut it down into a tag. And that's on cardstock. So that's what I used inside of here. So these little tags become the image to use inside the window. So that fits perfectly inside there. Lots of room to pull it out and journal on. So that's fun, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and round the corners. This is a very old Zutter cutter. It's used for the Zutter machine, which I have that as well. I like to use it for punching out the holes, just to have that little edge looking punch. Okay, there's that. Let's get our ink out. I had to find my ink pad and add the ink to it, because I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I'm still learning with the ink after all these years what to do. So finally realized you can just re-ink what you already have and use it over and over again with the re-inker. So that's really neat to do. And if you're new to junk journaling, you might not have known that. So I like to just do this around the edges and then ink here and here, so it kind of separates the little area. And then we'll do it on the inside too. And I don't mind using my envelope as the background paper either. I like that look. But if you wanted to, you could just cover it all up with images and, you know, put images all on this back here. But I like how that looks. It looks nice and aged. Okay. Make sure my envelope is straight because it looks like it's running off crooked here. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it this way and ink that edge up as well inside. All right, there's that. And I think I did that on the other one, but I definitely like to ink the edges up. And this one I didn't glue, so I'm just going to ink it real quick. A little bit right there. Should have inked it before I closed it up. It's okay. All right. Put that back up there so it doesn't get on everything. Let's see now what I want to do. I definitely want to have some decoration on the front. I had these little pieces set aside over here, so I'm probably just going to end up using them. And some book pages. Oops, I just bumped the camera. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. This makes a really cute little edger. Almost like a little decoration on the edge. Just already instant right there. So that's going to be cute. Makes a little tuck spot too. So we'll think about that. And then I had this little piece left over from my last project, so I'm going to put that down here. Then we can add some of the other things to the envelope. All right. It's nice and quiet here today. And as I say that, the dog started barking. Story of my life. It's like it hears me talking or something. It's way out the other way in the back of the pool area. But when I keep turning on the camera, it keeps barking. I'm not sure how I want to do this yet, because if I put this here, this is going to be my little piece. I won't need much, will I? I won't need much at all. This applique, I got this applique here. This is one of my favorite appliques right here. It's just a soft little applique. I could put that there, and I can cut that flower off. That would be cute. Put that there. That's pretty. And then this will go here. This will go here. I like that. We're going to cut this part off here. Okay, let's glue this down. I like it when these appliques have backing on them because they give you a nice little texture behind the applique. So if it was just the wedding applique and no trim behind it, It just looks so pretty that way. I'm going to cover up over the envelope a little bit. And then I'm probably going to end up having to cut that off the edge. Just like that. There we go. Put this back on here. That looks pretty just the way it is. Let's attach this to the envelope. I made this years ago. I made these and they're out of the craft paper. Super easy to make. And I've also done several videos on making these, so this is not new. This is the first time I've attached it to an envelope though. There we go. That's really cute, isn't it? All right. And then we'll glue this down here for our pocket. Okay. I may add something behind this too. I'm thinking I might go with some appliques there just because it looks a little rough. Let's see which one I want to use here. I kind of like the roughness though. I don't want to cover all of that up. This trim right here might need to be glued down. Let's just glue this all down here. All right. I will add something here just to fill that little pin in, that pin idea there. Let's see if I want this in the corner. That would be cute in the corner. Like a tab almost. Do we need it there though? Might not. What's this here? Piece of trim. Oh, that's part of that. Okay. That's looking so good already, and we haven't even put anything in there yet. Do we want to stick this down? I think I do. Yeah, let's do that. Let's glue this little flap down, because this is just going to keep flopping over. You can still see the little brown paper there. Then I will still put something in that corner. Maybe just a little applique would be cute there. And then I'll have to put one on the other side. Let's see, do I have two of something? Could just do that. That would be cute. Just to cover that raw edge there. And there. We want it sticking out just a teeny bit too, so when you turn it over, you have something to look at on both sides. And then we'll put something on the back side as well. That's pretty. I say let's do it, you guys. Let's just do it. Just add that there. That's so pretty already. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun playing around with this envelope and making all the pockets, adding the pretty little laces and trims. And I will come back with another video and we will put together this sweet little clutch and decorate it. And then also we will come back and do some more embellishing. So stay tuned, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everyone.